everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for April 1st, Thursday, 2021. I'm using the number that I've always used before I had to use another number to get to this call, but then the other number doesn't exist, evidently, I guess. So hopefully we won't be disconnected on this number. So we'll see what transpires. So if I get disconnected on this number, you just kind of stay in the mode, and then I'll go back on like before. So I don't know if that will be the case or not. We'll just have to see. We're having a reverse aging call. Tomorrow, Friday, April 2nd, 2021 at 9 p.m. Eastern on this line. Looking at the bigger picture of our lives, we will see a divine orchestration happening. Every little choice that you've made was perfect and necessary for you to embrace the amazing being that you truly are. So enjoy the perfection of it all. You have never, ever, ever made a mistake. Mistakes don't exist. Experiences do, but not mistakes. It's another thing that was made up in our conditioning on this planet. This is a meditation that's long overdue. And understand how this is presented, so that the bicamerals would look at this a lot differently from a subversive direction. How to heal this planet through sex. It doesn't mean what people would probably take out of context with. The more sexual a person is, the more inventive and intelligent they are. With less sex energy, less intelligence exists, because sex is such a deep exploration. It reveals everything that is hidden. Osho. One of the greatest opportunities we get to explore in this lifetime is learning how to enjoy our sensuality, sexuality, and fulfilling our greatest sexual desires. It can be tricky in this modern world to feel good about satisfying yourself, yet creating a healthy relationship with sexual energy is one of the most important things any human being can learn. The healthiest person is the one who discovers within themselves the perfect balance between totally wild sexual freedom and deep tantric sexual relaxation. The degree of balance defines how deeply they can relax, how expansive they can feel, how flexible and comfortable they are in relating with other people, and how fully they are able to enjoy this fantastic sensual human body that they live in. If you don't feel like you are a fully open, super vibrant sexual being, don't worry, it's not your fault. If you take a closer look at the society around you, you'll see a tremendous sexual tension and neurotic, controlling, judgmental energy has been programmed deep within everyone around them since the day they were born. There have been so many sensual taboos invented by religions, societies, and cultures around the world for the last 5 centuries that 99% of mankind, human beings today, are sexually and or sensually repressed in some way and don't even know it. If you spend enough time with children, you will find that they are extremely free sexually, alive beings without any boundaries. Nobody is born with sexual suppression or inhibitions. It is a learned fear-based behavior. This great sexual freedom is our natural state because we were all born out of an orgasm. Sexual energy abides at our core. It is our DNA matrix, and it is the most natural, enjoyable, energizing, and enlightening exploration we have on this earth. You once were a sexually liberated being, yet because of societal influence, little quirky quickly learn, that it's not safe to freely express that exuberant joy and sensual pleasures whenever the most subtle warm breeze would blow. A sensually and sexually liberated society is a deeply healing place to live. When sensual energy is not suppressed, feared, or frowned upon, it becomes as normal as brushing your teeth. We relax, about sex. The more we talk about it, and the less taboo it becomes. It's not easy to talk openly about a topic that makes everyone squirm. Yet we must find a way, otherwise we are doomed. Every individual in our society can become enlightened enough to freely talk about our sexual inhibitions and fears in a relaxed, open-minded, and vulnerable way. It initially may feel terrifying because as children, we were taught that sex was this super hidden secret topic that everyone avoided. Whenever we brought up the sex topic in public, we could feel this nervous energy escalate. People's eyes would dilate. Their voices would become tense. And their heart started beating faster. This anxious reaction, repeated over many years, created a deep unconscious sexual tension inside our little, innocent, sensually alive bodies. This anxiety was fed daily through every media stream and has been molding and festering inside us since we could walk and communicate. The socialized sexual tension is embedded so deeply in our mind that we probably are not aware that it's there. This tension is real, and it is a social dis-ease that impacts how we approach other people, conversations, intimate relationships, what we manifest in our future, our dreams, desires, and spiritual connection. Man is not born into mastery. You are born a slave of unconscious forces. The first step towards mastery is to recognize your slavery. To see that you are unconscious is the beginning of consciousness. Osho. This hidden sexual tension has become so socially neurotic that men and women cannot simply reach out and touch each other anymore without fear of a possible sexual assault accusation thrown their way. If we could freely talk about sex casually with our kids at the breakfast table with grandma sitting there, the porn industry would not even exist right now. Researchers have concluded that 1 in 8 of daily internet searches are seeking erotic content. Porn is a $2.5 billion industry because this deeply sensually repressed and confused society is so hard up that most men think that they can become satisfied. Porn is a $2.5 billion industry because this deeply sensually repressed and confused society is so hard up that most men think that they can become satisfied by some computer screen. The sick sexual frustration would never happen if the cosmic orgasm was something that we were taught from the elders in our community. Once Tantra becomes a mandatory skill that all teenagers must learn in our public school system, our society will transform and step into a place of total healing. Every society on earth right now is still signed up for sexual denial, repression, and resistance school. The Neanderthal approach to sex is the foundational cause of every dis-ease we have on the planet today. The tantric cosmic orgasm is the best natural healer we have inside us. If we feel dirty, shamed, or wronged for exploring orgasmic states, we become energetically imprisoned and stuck in the deepest roots of our psyche. This stuckness is why there has been more global war, anxiety, fear, calamities, and abuse in recorded history. It's good to know human history wasn't always so sexually suppressed like we are today. In the first public Roman Olympics, the athletes performed in front of thousands of people naked. It goes to show you how accepted, adorned, and respected our natural naked body used to be, and how repressed our advanced society has become today. If it wasn't for the major religions taking over the world, we would all still be sensually liberated beings today. The evidence is overwhelming that our planet's sexual neurosis is climaxing. You can see it manifesting daily in the form of rape, sexual abuse, aggression, prostitution, sexual shame, guilt, fear, resentment, and deep emotional wounding, just to name a few. Each one of these traumatizing expressions is caused by an exaggerated repression of our natural human urge to feel connected with others in a sensual, loving way. Did you know that every man in the military is forbidden to have a lover or to masturbate? This is because the corporation knows if they are satisfied, they won't have the sexual anxiety inside them needed to become a killing machine. It's totally crazy. What insanity is going on and has been going on this planet? Our world needs to take a step forward in maturity and publicly acknowledge the extreme fear, control, and judgment that is going around sexually and sensual energy. Some societies are still brainwashing their younger girls to believe it's improper to show their hair or skin in public. The possibility that another man one day could be sensually aroused by seeing their beautiful, long, flowing hair was just too much pressure to deal with. So these little girls are suffering from heat exhaustion every day, being forced to wear full body, head and toe, black coverings outside in 100-degree heat. Sexual control and suppression has gotten way out of hand, and this exacerbated masculine issue is creating all kinds of mental, emotional, and physical trauma for every woman and child on this planet. If we were all taught how to be in tune with our own sexual essential energy, feeling connected with it all day long, there would be such a deep relaxation, joy, and sensitivity awakened. Everyone, we would never have the desire for war. The healing power of sensual acceptance would reach so deep into our psyche that nobody would become insensitive enough to abuse another human being, plant, animal, or our government in any possible way. We would clean up this planet and finally become sensitive enough to stop polluting the air and streets with gasoline-driven vehicles and move over our using electric free energy or these European saltwater cars. Actually, anti-gravitic. When it comes down to saving this planet or any individual's life from detonating into total self-annihilation, there is only one certain 100% certain way that will work. We must become aware and feel into the sexual repression that had been deeply programmed inside us all. We must realize how sensually unsatisfied we truly are and how good it feels to reach out and feel safe to receive touch by our physical community. This action would initiate the first healing response to begin untangling the root sensual neuroses embedded in your human psyche. Tantra says learn from the cats, how they sleep, how they relax, how they live in a non-tense way. And the whole animal world lives in that non-tense way. Man has to learn this because man has been conditioned wrongly. Man has been programmed wrongly. Osho. Every single problem you have in life always stems from your inability to deeply relax into all of your feelings and senses. When we are sexually and sensually satisfied, we can relax completely, naturally, and with absolute joy and ease. When we know we have an entire community of people we can receive physical affection from at any time, our deepest tension drops, and we can fully relax into our body, mind, and life. When full relaxation occurs, we open up spiritually and experience our infinite connection with God. This is where we discover the greatest healing inside. Finding the multi-orgasmic tantric experience is the oldest secret in history for finding a direct doorway to God. Why do you think people scream, "Oh God, oh God," when they are having sex? Sex is the cosmic passage to experiencing that God is alive in every cell in our body. When we begin opening up this natural connection, we discover our spiritual essence is present and fully activated in the bedroom or wherever. Allowing your sexual energy to freely and continuously flow up our spine all day long is one of the greatest hidden anti-aging secrets there is. It maintains peak mental, emotional, and physical health, spiritual contentment, and perpetually fun-loving relationship with being alive. When you commit to being a totally sensually alive human being, you become more sensitive, open-hearted, and open-minded soul. This makes it easier for you to manifest, attract, and magnetize whatever you want in your life. Orgasmic people are way more magnetic than someone who is sensually suppressed or sexually ashamed. If you're having trouble manifesting anything you want in this life, take a closer look at how sensually liberated you actually are. The more sensual we become, the more our six senses are activated. We can connect with our full energy, spiritual power, and psychic intuition. We can foresee and feel our ultimate destiny happening and how exactly what our place is in its manifestation. The sexual energy awakens the kundalini at the base of the spine, which clears away all the negative egotistical blocks stopping you from attracting everything your heart yearns for. When you're sexually satisfied, you are happy, satisfied, and attached to nothing. You have no neediness, no demanding energy, nothing lacking inside. You are full, overflowing with life. This combination turns you into a super powerful manifesting man. If you find yourself feeling trapped behind some huge sexual fortress, the good news is that it's quite pleasurable to open up and move through all the sexual, sensual tension and suppression you were given. You can start simple and begin giving and receiving more heart-opening hugs every day. Share a 10-minute hug with a friend every day, where you both melt and feel the heart centers open and merge. This simple deepening technique heals the entire nervous system on the deepest levels. Tantra is the natural way to God. When we become so completely instinctual, so mindless, we merge with the ultimate nature. The woman disappears and becomes a door for the ultimate, and the man disappears and becomes the door for the divine. Osho. When our loving, sensual heart energy is welcomed, expected, and encouraged by our community, we have that little something extra to look forward to that can make us jump out of bed with joy. The more we practice being a sensually alive human being, the more it gives others permission to do the same. One day, your entire community will be free from all the sensual tension, and everyone will know exactly how to find deep inner peace and love within any time they need it. Sex right now is one of the most provocative, emotionally stirring, morally challenging, and deeply wounded topics we can explore. It doesn't have to be this way. Exploring the tantric path is the one thing powerful enough to defeat this enormous sexually wounded monster that is unconsciously ruling our lives. Accepting that our sensual and spiritual connection come from the same source of energy is the first step on this journey. Tantra is not technique, but prayer. It's not head-oriented, but a relaxation into the heart. Please remember it, Osho. All sexual healing begins with awareness. When we become more aware, we become more sensitive. And with a higher sensitivity, we cannot allow sexual trauma, shame, aggression, and suppression to occur to anyone. A truly sensitive being is only interested in freedom, enlightenment, love, and enjoying the pleasure of their own sexual and sensual energy flowing through them now. Excuse me. The suppressed sexual energy with everyone believes is normal, because the next taboo is we become truly conscious beings who are liberating ourselves from the mass social sensual slavery. It is this sweet inner awareness, heightened sensitivity, and emotional vulnerability that sparks the flame for spreading a sexual healing wildfire through our community and our lives. With enough awareness, we will all be riding waves of relaxation through every sexual conversation and enjoying an abundance of heart-opening sensual connections. On a long-term karmic planetary level, the good news is that this sexual repressed insanity is destined to change. With enough time, the great pendulum of life always swings back on its own accord. The collective consciousness gets smarter and evolves a little bit after every generation. As the masses become more globally aware and educated, they become more curious and explorative. yearn to experience new thought patterns, expanded social rules, and soon develop a completely new paradigm to live in. What was once religiously forbidden soon becomes yesterday's news as the sensually repressed society suddenly awakens and expands beyond its limits and boundaries. Believe it or not, at some point in this future, there will come a day when the entire educational system will wake up and start teaching all children how to embrace, express, and allow their Kundalini energy to move through. When the system realizes the power of the Kundalini for healing, manifesting, creating spiritual connection, they'll know it's essential for the mental, emotional, physical health of our entire society. When every adolescent in our school systems is taking Tantra classes, learning how to become a healthy parent, how to meditate and quiet the mind, how to heal their body through multi-orgasmic energy, you'll find teenagers and adults blossoming in future generations with real confidence, emotional maturity, spiritual connection, and real inner peace. The sexually repressed people of planet Earth are slowly waking up and becoming more conscious, enlightened, and aware. The social internet media is working at lightning speeds, educating the masses to step away from their TV and learn new ways of thinking, feeling, and perceiving reality. People are realizing how powerful they truly are and able to manifest whatever they want or desire in their lives. In the near future, we will see more and more people realizing the healing power from liberating their sensuality, breaking free from their old school social limitations, and discovering their Kundalini spiritual power to manifest anything they can dream of in their lives. We can thank God that we have been given this massive social sexual tension, because when it finally releases, there is going to be the biggest cosmic orgasm this galaxy has ever seen. Now you begin to understand more and more collectively this society, this civilization, why there is so much stress, why there is so much guilt, why there is so much shame, why there is so much aggressiveness and anger. This is the root cause of how this civilization has been trained like a bunch of rats in a maze to believe that it's taboo. You don't talk about it. It's not good. Stay away from each other. Don't hug each other. That's not good either. And it's just absolutely insane. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure that we all are. And one of the greatest things to do is relax your body. When was the last time you relaxed your body? Hopefully you'll say yesterday in meditation. You're the master and commander of the body. We learn how to master and command our bodies. We learn. We don't know it immediately, but we learn. And all the tensions and stresses and fears and anxieties and worries, all of that stuff doesn't serve us one bit of good. We can experience it once, and I think all of us will automatically say, I don't care to experience that again. I've learned enough from it. So you imagine when this civilization is completely relaxed? It's going to be phenomenal. It's a new direction in existing. Completely. So relax your body and let go of the tension, the fear, anxiety, and stress that you're aware of, whatever it may be, how long you've ever been carrying it through, this life. And the body will respond. It's like I share is that when you lean back into the chair of God, the God within you, the easy chair, you lean back in that, and you will feel absolutely amazing every single day we do these meditations. You do it through your heart-mind. You're free. Your sensuality, your sexuality, completely free. No taboos. So feel your body in that easy chair of God. Just lean back. You don't have a care in the world. None of us do. And all of that stress and anxiety and worry and fear just melts away. You're floating just about. You're in complete relaxation. And then we move into the now. And the great thing about the now is that we leave the mind alone. We don't get into the mind. We don't get into the ego. We don't get into the subconscious mind. We step out of them. Moving into the now steps us out of the mind and the ego and the subconscious mind. We're no longer puppets for them. We are the masters over them. This is how we learn to master the ego and the mind and the subconscious mind. This is how. By being in the now. It is a space between heartbeats. Whatever you're doing in the moment to moment, is the now. And it also it eliminates the chatter that we're all bombarded with. All these thoughts, tens of thousands of them, most of them aren't even ours. And those dissipate away. So we're in a space, a sacred space of complete quiet, solitude, relaxation. Some of us reminisce. We have memories, which are great. It's great to have memories in some areas, of course. And so we'll reminisce. None of us are exempt from that. It's actually kind of fun. And then, though, some of us will stay in that past way too long, where we get in the habit of living there. And then what happens is that it's an elephant graveyard. It's just carcasses and kind of a foggy mist. And you really can't see far, but you know all it is just all dead. It's all the things that we've experienced in the now that have now become inert. They don't exist anymore. But some of us will stay there so long that we'll bring the past into a future that doesn't exist. We'll create that future from that past, and we will relive that past in that future. This is why people right now on this planet are asking themselves, why is it no matter what I do, I always seem to end up here? That's why. Others, a lot of us will just wonder, what if this happens, or when am I going to see this, or when is this going to happen? I wonder what will happen if I meet the right person, and so on and so forth. See, and the future doesn't exist because we create the future in the now. And the now really is all we have. How do any of us know that we won't leave the body in 10 seconds from the now? We don't. That's why we stay in the now. But how do you stay in the now? Because we all have a tendency, we'll wander off. That's what happens. We wander off. And as we wander off, we don't, we're not really conscious about it, but when you do become conscious about it and you wander off, you go, okay, that's no big deal. Wandering off, I'll focus on my breath, and I'll be in the now. And I guarantee you, 3,000% of the time, you will always be in the now when you focus on your breath. And the breath is divine positive energy. Why is it divine positive energy? Well, because it sustains the vessel that holds the kingdom of God within it. And it also focuses us, relaxes us, strengthens us, eases us. I mean, it's just phenomenal, and we take it for so much granted. So as long as you're focused on the breath, you're in the now. You will know this. You feel it through the heart-mind. Instilling the mind, the ego, and the subconscious mind is great. It's a great feeling and experience. So, this is why we are consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And we're consciously aware. And these bodies we're in, the heart-mind, ego-mind, subconscious mind, the higher self, the soul, the spirit, pure consciousness, the God. All one. And we are heaven on earth. The soul is the heaven. The body is the earth. Heaven on earth. So when we take a step, we create paradise. We cannot not create paradise. When you're consciously aware, you will know that every step you take, you're creating paradise. And we become fortunate enough to learn to the extent that we flood our light out. We aren't giving away anything, because all of us are part of the same, the one. We aren't depleting ourselves at all. We're shining our light. And the light comes from our very core, the God source. And we flood everything, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe. All of our brothers and sisters, everyone, on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, saturating everything with pure, deep, eternal love. So we are billions of gods, consciously aware, in the now, totally relaxed bodies, consciously aware that every step we take, we create paradise. And we flood the love that we are upon everything. So if you were to take a trip off planet, got out there far enough, that you'd see this planet glowing. It could be seen throughout the galaxy and beyond. A God planet with civilization, consciously aware gods, all in relaxed state. Phenomenal. We're a part of the collective consciousness, the one, the God source, the creator of all creation, and beyond. Some of us are somewhat awake. Others are dead asleep. Others are just now starting to stretch and yawn and open their eyes. We reach out to the parts of us that are conscious. So we call out to all of the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, beneath earth, Agartha. Many, many, many civilizations, but yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. And they come in the billions, and they are consciously with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings out there who are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond and forever. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and the forming of the circle of light, the complete liberation of this planet. Now they come in the gigaplexes. One gigaplex fills this entire universe. They come in trillions of gigaplexes from trillions of universes in every direction. And they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, uncountable numbers, yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 civilizations travel through this solar system every day. trillions throughout the universes every day. The ones we're familiar with somewhat: Pleiadians, Sirians, Arcturians, Andromedans, Feline, Zeta Reticuli, Nords, Greys, the Draco the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And, in uncountable numbers, they are with us now, consciously. We call out to all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet only those that are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming this circle of light, and the complete liberation of this planet. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now consciously. We reach out to all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, and the liberation of this planet. Now, they come in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations, which we've never seen before. In fact, as a matter of fact, we only see 1% of that which is. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with are the fairies, the sprites, the elves, gnomes, dwarves, trees, trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur. Many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions, and they are with us now consciously. And we're all gathered, arm in arm, hand in hand, all one, all love, all God, in full compassion, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And our God, force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We all immediately form a circle of light. This light is so brilliant, so bright, around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation. It is so bright and so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take over 1,000 billion suns in this solar system alone to even come close to its radiance. The source is at the center of us all. The source is the God, the soul, the God source, source creator. And we're illuminating, flooding everything. We're saturating this planet, head to toe, inside and out. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe, endless, always, eternally. All of our brothers and sisters, everyone. Doesn't matter if they're awake or asleep, or in between. Pure, deep, eternal love. We begin to levitate above the planet. As we do, we're met with this massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. Trillions and trillions of microscopic reflecting lights everywhere. Vibrant colors. And when we zoom in on them, they're perfectly etched little mirrors reflecting all of us back and forth to each other. We're all students of each other, and we're all teachers of each other. So we're constantly learning from one another, endlessly. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we are the power of healing. We're then met with the purple flaming blue light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We're then met with the white fire. This is the column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued with a white fire armor that cannot be penetrated, that cannot be violated. You cannot get attachments, apparitions, demon possession, any form of lower dark matter survival. Nothing ever, 24/7, can harm any of us. Eternally. Always. This emanates from the God source, from within each and every one of us. But only you have the power that if you decide to lower your dark vibrational frequencies low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, you will create a breach in your white fire armor. This is through hatred, anger, deception, greed, envy, anxiety, stress, fear. This breach will be enough to allow all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with the purple transmuting flame. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance. Sending them to pure consciousness where they are vaporized, never to return. We are then met with the violet ray. This is a column of light. It reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our high vibrational frequency of pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met with a golden white pink light. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we are the sun. We are the sunlight. We are the sunset. We are the sunrise. We are the rain, the rainbows, the trees, the forests, the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, the sky, the clouds, the soil, the animals. We're everything. So the next time you see something so beautiful, like a sunset or a sunrise, that you're in awe, literally in awe of the beauty and majesty of it, it is you that you're in awe of. It is the God that you are that you're in awe of. We continue to levitate above the planet. Some of us step outside our physical form, float effortlessly above our physical form, if we're carrying physical form. We then come into full view of this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It's larger than the solar system. In the center of the column, we see this massive oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere is this beautiful golden white shimmering ball of light. And surrounding it are beautiful, vibrant colored bands of shimmering light. Now the golden white ball of light is sending out waves, misty waves, along with all the multicolored rings, all sending these misty waves, saturating all of us, inside and out, head to toe. The golden white bowl of light is sending out deep eternal love. All the rest of the rings, deep eternal gratitude, peace, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, well-being, great wealth, abundance, prosperity, tranquility, benevolence. It's endless. And we discover it is us. It is each and every one of us. We're the mist. We're all of these things. At the top, we designed it so the golden ocean can come flooding down. 360 degrees. Flooding is saturating all of us. Eternally, always. With pure, deep, eternal love. We are drops of this golden ocean. We contain the essence of this golden ocean. The golden ocean is the drops are the golden ocean. And the only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere, set center circle. We created this sphere over 3 years ago. It holds over 1,300 meditations in perpetual motion. And at the highest intent, hundreds of millions of us on and off planet, gathered in this meditation, all consciously aware, flooding everything with these meditations, with these intents, pureness of deep eternal love and gratitude, joy and happiness, peace. This is why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. Tantra is the natural way to God. When we become so completely instinctual, so mindless, we merge with the ultimate nature. The woman disappears and becomes a door for the ultimate, and the man disappears and becomes a door for the divine. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. And an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out through the mouth. Move slowly, easily. Tantra is not technique, but prayer. It's not head-oriented, but a relaxation into the heart. Please remember it. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, into the following morning. And we will return here March 2nd, Friday, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our Global Guided Meditation call. And tomorrow night at 9 p.m. to have a reverse aging call.